Good evening. Please remain standing. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2012 commencement ceremony of Ozarks Technical Community College. Your presence at today's event demonstrates the importance of the achievement of graduation. The graduates in front of me are here to be honored by the institution, their family, and their friends, and they've worked very hard to reach this day. Together, we are all proud to recognize the success of our students and to honor them today. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this special evening with us. Due to recent surgery, Dr. Hal Higdon, Chancellor of Ozarks Technical Community College, was unable to participate in tonight's processional. Dr. Higdon has asked that I convey his congratulations to each of tonight's graduates as they take an important step in their education and their career goals. And he is present and watching over you from the loft, so he would not miss your important evening. Of course, our commencement ceremony wouldn't be complete without reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and hearing our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. We are pleased to welcome several honored guests to tonight's commencement ceremony. Joining me on the platform are key administrators of Ozarks Technical Community College, as well as our Board of Trustees. These leaders in operating the college are vital to the continued success of our programs and our students. I am grateful for the time and commitment they bring to the college and for their presence at today's ceremony. Please hold your applause until all of the platform guests have been introduced. Beginning at my right is Dr. David Russell, Commissioner of the State of Missouri's Department of Higher Ed. Mr. Larry Snyder, President of the OTC Board of Trustees. Mrs. Jackie McKenzie, Member of the Board of Trustees. Mr. Greg DeLong, Vice President of the OTC Board of Trustees. Mr. Cliff Davis, Vice Chancellor for Advancement and Workforce Development. Mr. Rob Rector, Vice Chancellor for Administrative Services. Ms. Marla Moody, Vice Chancellor for Finance, Mr. Joel LaRue, Vice Chancellor for Information Technology, Dr. Jeff Yocums, President, OTC Richwood Valley Campus, Ms. Joan Barrett, Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, and Dr. Stephen Bishop, Dean of Allied Health and our General Education Divisions. The faculty and staff of the college have been crucial to the educational process of our graduates. Many of these people are here tonight. I'd like to ask all of our faculty and staff to please stand at this time, and please join me in recognizing them with your applause for their contribution. And family members. Our graduates have counted on your support as they work toward their educational goals. The encouragement of family and friends has been instrumental in helping each one of the graduates to accomplish what we're here to celebrate tonight. Would the family and friends of the graduates please stand and join me in recognizing those individuals? Finally, we'd like to thank all of the elected officials, area school board members, and community leaders who join us today. Your support of Ozarks Technical Community College and of Southwest Missouri students is most appreciated. Thank you all for coming.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to congratulate all of this year's graduates. Your hard work and commitment to your education is to be admired, and we are proud for you to reach this goal in your life. We are very privileged to be a part of this college and this community. As we go into the next steps of your life, remember the things that you've learned at Ozark Technical Community College. Not only things learned in the classroom, but also lessons about being a part of a community. And about each of you are capable of accomplishing. Congratulations, good luck, and enjoy the evening. Thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Over the last few years, we have worked to enhance our involvement with the area, arts groups, and the community as a whole through our Fine Arts Department. The program has received excellent public recognition through the Fine Arts Gallery and the facilities at the Galois Theater Complex, as well as by performances by ensembles such as the one you're about to hear. Tonight, we are delighted to have the OTC Concert Choir here to provide the music for our commencement ceremony. Enjoy.
Upon you and be gracious unto you.
That was beautiful. Ozarks Technical Community College is proud to have a large and active chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society for two-year colleges. Graduate and Walnut Grove native Dana Johnson has been active in the college's Phi Theta Kappa chapter, serving as president this year. After graduation, Dana plans to attend Missouri State University. Please join me in welcoming Phi Theta Kappa president and member of the 2012 graduating class, Dana Johnson.
Good evening. First, I'd like to welcome everyone who has come to celebrate tonight the graduating class of 2012 of Ozarks Technical Community College. And I would also like to congratulate my fellow graduates. I would point out for those of you that don't know me or sitting way back in the arena, I'm no spring chicken. I remember my first night in class at OTC. The instructor asked me, "What are you doing here?" And I replied, "I'm here to learn." Then I was asked, "But why are you in college now?" I said, "Well, you're never too old to learn." I've always had a passion for learning and strive to be the best I can be. When I was younger, I had a dream to attend college and develop my career. At 18 years old, I met a man I affectionately called Bear. At 21, I married him. When I was 27, we had our first son, and 16 months later, we had our second son. My top priority became my family. Over the next years, I continued working on my dream of learning and being educated, taking different classes, doing different jobs, and loving my life as a wife and mother. Bear was always my biggest supporter. He insisted that I continue my life and continue my dream of getting an education and having a career. On June 9th of last year, Bear, my husband of 27 years, had a motorcycle accident that left him paralyzed and living in a nursing home. I applied Clint Eastwood's philosophy from the movie Heartbreak Ridge, which is you have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Bear encouraged me to continue with my classes. So we improvised, adapted, and overcame. On my lunch hour, I would go see Bear. As soon as I would get out of an evening class, I would go tuck him in. On weekends, I would load my backpack and camp out with him. He would watch movies and I would study. We never gave up hope and believed with all our hearts that Bear would come home. On April 17th of this year, Bear took a turn for the worse, and 2 days later, he's gone. Gone. No more lunches with Bear, no more tucking him in at night, no more campouts. Once again, life is asking me to improvise, adapt, and overcome. The great martial artist Bruce Lee said, "Don't pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." As I stand here before you tonight, I realize my story is not the exception, it's the rule. And the rule is, life is difficult. Each of us have had situations where we've had to improvise, adapt, and overcome. The truth is, life isn't smooth. It is a roller coaster. It's not what happens to you, it's how you handle what happens to you. Don't give up. Quitting is not an option. Some of the most devastating moments in your life are those that teach you the most. Know that whatever setbacks you encounter, you will always learn more and grow stronger and be a better person. Life is a wonderful teacher. Each of us are unique. We all have our very own DNA. We even have our very own fingerprints. We all have our own special gifts to add to this world. And with a great attitude, you can make it happen. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is a stepping stone to success. None of us know if we will fail or succeed until we try. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, well, you're right. Attitude is everything. Your attitude determines your altitude. So be strong, have faith, and move forward in your life. Our joy, our sorrows, our failures, and our successes define our journey. You are writing your own personal book of life, one day at a time. As we leave here tonight, we are closing a chapter in our lives. Tomorrow, we begin a new chapter. As you travel through your life, remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. What an amazing story. The Ozarks Technical Community College Distinguished Alumni Award is presented to recognize and honor a member of our alumni for their accomplishments and professional success. This year's recipient, Rick Hewlett, has been chosen for this award because of his contributions to the community and his success in business as owner of Rick's Automotive. Rick is a graduate of Graff Vocational Technical School, which later became Ozarks Technical Community College. Though Rick's training was complete before the transition from Graff to OTC, his education is a part of the college's history. Since the beginning and the opening of Rick's Automotive in 1980, the company has grown to include 35 full-time employees who service more than 1,000 vehicles each month. Rick emphasizes education and training for his employees, requiring national certifications and offering regular continuing education opportunities for the entire staff. Additionally, Rick and Karen Hewlett and Rick's Automotive are involved with or support more than 30 local organizations and charities. Rick has been a supporter of Ozarks Technical Community College since its inception and has remained involved throughout the years. He was instrumental in the formation of an advisory committee of area automotive service providers to work with the OTC Transportation Department, and he offers a mentoring program for students from OTC's Automotive Repair Program. Rick also serves on the OTC Foundation Board of Directors and has established a scholarship fund for students in that program through the OTC Foundation. Please join me in congratulating our third Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, Rick Hewlett.
Thank you, Dr. Lawler, Dr. Higdon, faculty and staff of OTC. I do have to say it seems a little bit backwards to be receiving this award from an institution that has done so much for me in my life. Through the training that I received from this college, I was given the knowledge and courage necessary to start my own business. And through that business, it has provided a good life for my family and myself, but not only us, but for the 35 families that we employ at Rick's Automotive. I've also been honored to serve on the advisory board of the Transportation Department, which has allowed me the opportunity to give input on the curriculum for new technicians coming into the field. This has also given me the opportunity to bring these students into my business and team them with senior technicians in a detailed mentoring program created by OTC. Through this program, I have developed some key employees that have been with my company for over 10 years now. Over the last several years, I've had the honor of serving on the OTC Foundation Board. Through this board, I have been able to meet some wonderful people with very large hearts and see how hard the board members and staff at OTC work to find ways to help provide an education to people that otherwise would not have the opportunity and would not be able to afford one. This not only helps that individual succeed in his life or her life, but also it enriches our community. I know the students graduating here tonight are honored to be graduating from this institution. So you see, that is why I feel I should be giving the award to OTC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. This year's commencement speaker, Dr. David Russell, serves as the Commissioner of Higher Education for the state of Missouri. In this capacity, he serves as a member of the Governor's Cabinet and Chief Executive Officer of the Missouri Department of Higher Education. His responsibilities include strategic planning, mission and academic program reviews, budgeting, accountability measures, legislative relations, and much, much more. Dr. Russell's career history includes 22 years in the United States Army, where he held command and staff positions in combat infantry, military personnel, and public affairs. He retired as a lieutenant colonel in 1991. He then spent 19 years with the University of Missouri System, where he served as Director of University Relations, Senior Associate Vice President, and Chief of Staff in the Office of the System President. As Commissioner of Higher Education, Dr. Russell works on behalf of the students gathered here today and on behalf of the 408,000 students enrolled in more than 200 public, private, and proprietary colleges and universities in Missouri. Please join me in welcoming Dr. David Russell.
Good evening. I'd like to thank Vice Chancellor Dr. Lawler and Chancellor Higdon for inviting me to share this very special moment with you. I suspect that many of you in this audience today thought that this was just another one of those ceremonies where you get to wear funny-looking robes and hats and you kind of tolerate a few speakers and you get through the program and you get your diploma and you're off to the rest of your life. But I think you've already heard today that this is much more. Ceremonies like this represent the very cycle of our lives. We're gathered to celebrate achievement, to reflect on the events that brought us to this important crossroads in our life, to peer into the murky future, to dream of infinite possibilities. What a joyous occasion it is. We are celebrating the graduation of 700 students here today, and I'm told that over a period of the last year, more than 1,000 students have left Ozark Technical Community College, certificates and degrees in hand, and better prepared to conduct themselves with a productive and rewarding life. And so in this context, I'd like to give my personal congratulations to the faculty, the administration, and the staff of this institution for making possible this signal event in the lives of these degree-seeking students. Thanks to your efforts and dedication, these graduates are fortunate to receive a degree or a certificate that has real value. I also want to thank and congratulate the families and friends of those who are here to graduate this evening. For you have provided a solid foundation of emotional and financial support in order that your loved ones and friends might improve their lives, and by extension, the society in which we live. You also have sacrificed, haven't you? For you, it has been an act of love and devotion, and these graduates are forever in your debt. And finally, to our graduates, I want to say congratulations for staying the course. You have acquired skills that will serve you well in fields that are in very high demand: healthcare, education, business, and technology, to name just a few. But I'm sure you've come to appreciate that there is more to education than learning facts and acquiring the technical skills to do a job well and earn a good living. In overcoming barriers and challenges to arrive here in this hall tonight, you have demonstrated to us, and more importantly, to yourselves, that you have the right stuff. I suspect that you know a great deal more than you did before about your mental toughness, your ability to work with colleagues as part of a team, the importance of serving others before self. You have developed the discipline to occasionally do things that you might really rather not have had to do or did not understand, on the promise from your professors that the value of these tasks would someday become clearer to you. But perhaps more important is that you are graduating today with a skill that is so important that it will never be outdated. It is a skill that no one can take away from you. It is a skill that will always be in demand, no matter the field or profession. It is the skill of being able to think and act critically. And that leads me to the first bit of advice that I want to share with you today. The mass media infiltrates our lives 24/7. We are told what to buy, who to vote for, what to think, ad nauseum. Each of us has had to sort through all of this visual and verbal clutter as we try to make good decisions about our lives every day. So critical thinking is important, but it must be practiced. Use it or lose it. Or, as historian Howard Zinn said in his 1980s book, The People's History of America, I quote, "If those in charge of our society, politicians, corporate executives, and owners of mass communication, can dominate our ideas, they will be secure in their power. They will not need soldiers patrolling the streets, for we will control ourselves by our inability or our unwillingness to act in our own interest." The degree that's being bestowed upon each of you today carries with it the responsibility to think for yourself, to act in your own interest. Beware of people who claim to have easy answers to complex problems, no matter how loudly they may be proclaimed. Objectively analyze the world around you. Look for motives that may not be in your best interest or that of the community in which you live. Seek out differing opinions. Make up your own mind. The degree that you're going to receive on this platform today is not just a license to earn a good living and security for you and your family. It is a social contract that carries the obligation to think and act critically, to see to the common good, to be a good citizen, to make informed decisions, to serve the greater good. This is the very essence of what it means to be educated in today's world. Why is this approach to life and career so important? Well, the world today is a very different place than it was for your parents and your grandparents. Globalism and instant communication have flattened political barriers between states and nations. Technology and trade have combined to bring the world to our doorstep right here in Missouri. In the future, our state and nation will be judged by how well they compete in the international economy. Events that take place on other continents have a direct effect on you and your chosen livelihoods. The GDP in China can affect your prospects for a job. A financial crisis in Azerbaijan or Greece or Spain could have an impact on your local bank. Missouri's future economy will depend on our success in finding international markets for our products. Author Thomas Friedman made note of this global connectedness in his book, The World is Flat. According to Friedman, the quickening pace of economic and technological change requires us to run faster just to stay in place. Friedman says that this flat world has important consequences for the nature of work in the not-too-distant future. He said, and I quote, "The flatter the world gets, the more essential it is that you do what you love, because all the boring, repetitive jobs are going to be automated or outsourced in a flat world. The good jobs that remain will be those that cannot be automated or outsourced. They will be the jobs that demand or encourage some uniquely human creative flair, passion, and imagination. In other words, jobs that can only be done by people who love what they do." What a heartening message that is. Today, each of you is taking a major step toward fulfilling your own personal definition of success. But you will come to many crossroads that are going to determine your ultimate path. When those situations arise, you're going to draw on the education that you received here at Ozark Technical Community College. Not just the facts and the timelines and the equations that you memorized, but the ability to analyze, to weigh evidence, and to choose the path that's right for you. The path that leads to progress and success in achieving your career and your life's goals. Speaking of success, we lost a great American inventor and entrepreneur this year, Steve Jobs. Jobs dropped out of college because he didn't want his parents to spend their life savings on his tuition at an elite private school. But he continued to audit classes there without fees and without credit. And he took a course in calligraphy, the art of beautiful handwriting, taught by a wise and inspiring professor who taught him to find significance in a simple pen stroke. And when Steve Jobs went on to found Apple Computers, he remembered this class and that professor. He insisted that Apple Computers use fonts that were both beautiful and useful. Jobs later credited the professor with inspiring his insistence on excellent design, the quality that Apple became known for and that distinguished Apple from all its competitors. To a graduating class just like yours, Jobs said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life." A final word about change. Reflect for a moment on all the changes that have occurred in our lifetimes. Changes in technology, changes in transportation systems, changes in our personal safety and security, changes in our worldview, changes in our sense of self. Imagine, if you can, what additional changes await you in the future. We live in an exponential age. Knowledge, the known facts in our world, doubles every year. Within your lifetime, knowledge is likely to double every 27 days. Futurists predict that 30% of today's graduates, almost 1 in every 3 of you, will be working in jobs that do not yet exist. We do not have to fear change, however, but we should fear that we will fail to adapt to change and use it to our advantage. Perhaps you heard the news a few months ago that Kodak, once an icon of American business innovation, has declared bankruptcy. Kodak was known to generations of us around the world for its quality film and camera products. But Kodak failed to keep up with consumer demand and technological innovation. Cheaper cameras and digital technology drove them out of business. because they were not nimble enough to anticipate and adapt to change. Some of them even said that change was just too hard in the corporate culture. And so they simply became irrelevant, an artifact of history. Don't become another Kodak. Become instead a lifelong learner. Be innovative. Embrace change. Take control of your lives. You now have special powers. It says so right there on the diplomas you're going to receive tonight. You have learned that the persistence, the stick-to-itiveness that led each of you to this special day is an unlimited resource that you can draw upon tomorrow and in the years ahead. So as college graduates, you have achieved what so many who have gone before you aspire to accomplish. Your graduation signifies your ability to study and apply yourself in ways that you may not have thought possible before. It signifies that the future is unfolding before you like a scroll. And now it's time for you to inscribe your life's goals on that scroll. To review, class, we've talked about many of these goals today. The goal to think critically, to acknowledge those who have helped you along the way, to do what you love and love what you do, and to make a difference in the lives of others. I can think of no greater accomplishment to wish for you than to use today's celebration to commit to a vision of your own personal future and then to make it happen. Or to quote a highly successful Army recruiting slogan with which I'm intimately familiar, be all you can be. You have the ability. Those goals are within your grasp. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for inviting me to share this important milestone with you. Best wishes as you seek to make a difference for yourselves and for those whose lives you touch now and in the future. Congratulations.
Would the candidates for the graduating class of 2012 please stand? Dr. Lawler, these candidates have completed the necessary requirements for their chosen degree or certificate. It is with great pride that they are presented to you on behalf of the faculty of Ozarks Technical Community College.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the state of Missouri and the Board of Trustees of Ozarks Technical Community College, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate for which you have been recommended. Please hold your applause until all graduates are recognized. Will all candidates, except those in the front rows, please be seated?
Leonard Chance Coffer, Associate of Applied Science. Ronald Hill, Associate of Arts with Honors. Steve Bunch, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts with Honors. Richard Beaver, Associate of Arts. Crystal Strauder Durbin, Associate of Arts. Frances Marie Ferguson, Associate of Arts with honors. Dana Johnston, Associate of Arts with honors. Audrey Marie Rothwell, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Brian Goudreau, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Renee Graves, Associate of Applied Science. Ethan Crawford, Associate of Arts. Mark Pringer, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Connor Benton, Associate of Arts. Kelsey Allen, Associate of Arts with honors. Aurelia Guiteau, Associate of Arts with honors. Amanda Bedwell, Associate of Arts with honors. Kayla Chambers, Associate of Arts with honors. Deanna Bell, Associate of Arts with honors. Mark Anthony Blanchfield, Associate of Arts with honors. Christy Ganguez, Associate of Arts with honors. Melissa Rogers, Associate of Arts with honors. Don Cook, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jamie Marie Chatwin, Associate of Applied Science. Kimberly Wegner, Associate of Arts and Teaching with honors. Lisa Lafferty, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Michael Rothy, Associate of Arts. Grant Rumfelt, Associate of Arts. Pamela Englar, Associate of Applied Science. Stephanie Marie Needham, Associate of Arts with honors. Ashley Galdino, Associate of Applied Science. Corey Rushing, Associate of Arts. Alan Roberts, Associate of Arts. Andrew Russell, Associate of Arts. David Michael Mann, Associate of Applied Science. Jacob Rangus, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Philip Heitz, Associate of Applied Science with honors. William Myers, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Jennifer Myers, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Christopher Crawford, Associate of Arts. Brad Davenport, Associate of Arts with honors. Mitchell Sharp, Associate of Applied Science. Laura Bradshaw, Associate of Arts with honors. Sarah Elizabeth Rackley, Associate of Applied Science. Dustin Cody Hill, Certificate in Welding Technology. Justin Myrick, Certificate in Welding Technology. William Stevens III, Associate of Arts with honors. Terry Dye, Associate of Arts with honors. Christopher Lynn, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Ashton McCann, Associate of Arts with honors. Natasha Varberg, Associate of Applied Science. Christina Dodson, Associate of Arts. Adam Robertson, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Forrest Lurton, Associate of Arts. Anthony Frazier, Associate of Applied Science. Catherine Thompson, Associate of Applied Science. Benjamin Jantz, Associate of Arts. Amy Hunn, Associate of Arts. Valerie Nicole Flynn, Associate of Arts. Donna Umstadt, Associate of Applied Science. Michelle Salazar, Associate of Arts. Julie Holland, Certificate in Business Marketing. Erica Nicole Petty, Associate of Arts. Donovan Merck, Associate of Arts. Ashley Dawn Paxton, Associate of Arts. Kristen Gast, Associate of Arts. Austin McBride, Associate of Arts. Christina Hastings, Associate of Arts with honors. Stephen Thompson, Associate of Arts. Lucas Oberlander, Associate of Arts. Michael Blobaum, Associate of Applied Science. Zach Turner, Certificate in Welding Specialist. Kevin Deemster, Associate of Arts. James Clemens III, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Lydia Pash, Associate of Arts with Honors. Lisa Fuller, Associate of Arts in Teaching with Honors. Colleen Talbot, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Andrea Michelle Clinton, Associate of Applied Science. Christy Miller, Associate of Applied Science. Rhiannon Shelley, Associate of Arts with Honors. Richard Glass, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Travis Worden, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Zachary Childs, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Erica McKee, Associate of Applied Science. Lindsay Schroeder, Associate of Arts with Honors. Jamie Higginbotham, Associate of Arts. Barbara Mullen, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Kathy Brown, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Jacqueline Reeser Brown, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Heather Lambert, Associate of Applied Science. Regina Rayanne Langston, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Ryan Trudeau, Associate of Applied Science. Rosh Schmaltzy, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Drafting and Design Technology. Michael Swigert, Associate of Arts. Cassandra Babcock, Associate of Applied Science with Honors.
Stacy Renee McGee, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Arts. Misty Renee Rosario, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Arts. Kyla Page Sheets, Associate of Arts. Natalie Grauberger, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Valerie Pope, Associate of Arts. Julie McAllister, Associate of Arts. Brenda DeWitt, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Ravonda Sanan, Associate of Applied Science. Heather Brownlee, Associate of Arts with Honors. Ebony Stockstill, Associate of Arts. Zoe Stockstill, Associate of Applied Science. Keith Spellmeyer, Associate of Arts. Alicia Nelson, Associate of Arts with Honors. April Rollins, Associate of Arts. Haley Cheatham, Associate of Arts with Honors. Cessna Gustad, Associate of Arts. Sarah Schrenzer, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Emma Hammonds, Associate of Applied Science. Tina Schreiner, Associate of Applied Science. John Dew, Associate of Applied Science. Sean Tristan Hood, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Carol Brown, Associate of Applied Science. Marina Nino, Associate of Applied Science. James Parker, Associate of Arts. Katie Spellmeyer, Associate of Arts. Kendra Inman, Associate of Arts. Marianne Oliver, Associate of Arts with Honors. Amanda Swally, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Terry McAllister, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Jesse Van Hoos, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Elizabeth Suter, Associate of Arts. Courtney Drown, Associate of Arts in Teaching with Honors. Thomas Love, Associate of Applied Science. Ronald Reckline, Associate of Applied Science. Richard Wheeler, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Jason Rinker, Associate of Applied Science. Kelly Markham, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts. Patrick Marriott, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts. James Wiley, Associate of Applied Science. Stephanie Richardson, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts. Nathan Frazo, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts with Honors. Patricia Kaplinger, Certificate in Baking Arts with Honors. Chance Helton, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts with honors. Terry Arkin, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts with honors. Lori Saviello, Certificate in Baking Arts and Associate of Applied Science with honors. Lorraine Frazier, Associate of Arts with honors. Bridget Percival, Associate of Arts with honors. Jennifer McCord, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Matthew Shepard, Associate of Applied Science. Megan Skipper, Associate of Applied Science. Vicki Taylor, Associate of Applied Science. Rebecca Blanton, Associate of Arts and Associate of Applied Science with honors. Chelsea Harper, Associate of Applied Science. Lisa Vickery, Associate of Arts with honors. Felicia Decker, Associate of Arts. Chance Kendrick, Associate of Applied Science. Brandon Walls, Associate of Applied Science. Joe Marks, Associate of Applied Science. Nicholas Keller, Associate of Applied Science. Justin McClurg, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Carl Peterson, Jr., Certificate in Welding Specialist with honors. Richard Anthony Buffett, Associate of Applied Science. John Paul Sesney, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts. H.J. Schumer, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Stoney Reese, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jennifer Hall, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts with honors. Albert Hall, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts. Aquila Elfindale, Certificate in Baking Arts with honors. Brian Hershen, Associate of Applied Science. Grant Smith, Associate of Applied Science. Mackenzie Lynn Teal, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Baking Arts. Molly Frazier, Certificate in Baking Arts and Associate of Applied Science with honors. Joseph August Dillstrom, Associate of Arts with honors. Jerry Alex Austin, Associate of Arts. Marie Donnelly, Associate of Applied Science. Brittany Nicole Leesenby, Associate of Applied Science. Crystal Stoops, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Brendan Birdsong, Associate of Arts with honors. Corey Will, Associate of Arts. Corey Bradley, Associate of Applied Science. Ryan Dixon, Associate of Applied Science. Bud John Hurley, Jr., Associate of Applied Science. Scott Evans, Associate of Arts with honors. Delana Hunt, Associate of Arts. Christina Chenal, Associate of Arts. Melinda Brennan, Associate of Arts. Laura Phillips, Associate of Arts. Philip Host, Associate of Applied Science. Blaine Drury, Associate of Arts. Justin Merkling, Associate of Applied Science. Adina East, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Cheryl Crawford, Associate of Applied Science. Melinda LaFarlette, Associate of Applied Science. Joseph Crowell, Certificate in Welding Specialist. Brantley Wheeler, Associate of Arts. Audrey Green, Associate of Arts. Amber Donahoe, Associate of Arts. Jackie Newby, Associate of Applied Science. Amy Ewan, Associate of Science in Nursing and Certificate in Nursing with honors. Angela Tapp, Associate of Arts. Sarah Santos, Associate of Arts. Mindy Hilton, Associate of Arts. Mary Childers, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Kimberly White, Associate of Applied Science. Charlotte Fagley, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Teresa Griffin, Associate of Arts. Lauren Roberts, Associate of Arts. Heidi Johnson, Associate of Arts. Certificate in Business and Marketing with honors. Trey Hutchinson, Associate of Arts. Kelly King, Associate of Arts. Nathan Francis, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Casey Berry, Associate of Arts. Robert Kaler, Associate of Arts and Certificate in Welding Technology with honors. Yvonne Lastly, Associate of Applied Science. Michelle Light, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Andrew Chamberlain, Associate of Arts with honors. Cassie Bishop, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Jeremy Adrian Wright, Certificate in Business and Marketing, Associate of Arts and Associate of Applied Science. Melissa Glore, Associate of Arts. Ariel Otto, Associate of Arts. Jocelyn Orengo, Associate of Arts. Vicki Winden, Associate of Arts. Evan Allen, Associate of Arts. Nicole Honeycutt, Associate of Applied Science. Rachel Long, Associate of Arts. Kira Asbury, Associate of Arts with honors. Jessica Renee Hickman, Associate of Applied Science. Jessica Birdsong, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Victoria Johnson, Associate of Arts with honors. Emily Morin, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Nija Thomas, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Daisy Mantaris, Associate of Applied Science.
Sienna Bridges, Associate of Arts. Destiny Shea Morton, Associate of Arts. Melody Mitchell, Associate of Arts with honors. Linda Fisher, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Gino Badelli II, Associate of Applied Science. Daniel Cassidy, Associate of Arts. Travis Powell, Associate of Applied Science. Brianna Lene Holloway, Associate of Arts. Brittany Holloway, Associate of Arts. LaChonda Duncan, Associate of Arts. Charity Quindo, Associate of Applied Science. Jacob Walker, Associate of Arts. Christine Loren Good, Associate of Arts. Zachary Helms, Associate of Arts with honors. Joanna Marie Betty, Associate of Arts. Ronald Groover, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Nathan Matney, Associate of Arts with honors. Rachel Williams, Certificate in Baking Arts. Tiffany Today, Certificate in Baking Arts. Kaylin Michelle Anson, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Billy Thigpen, Associate of Arts. Lawrence Woodrow Campbell II, Associate of Applied Science. Kristen Carr, Associate of Arts with honors. Jennifer Ward, Associate of Arts. Deanna Cloud, Associate of Arts. Cindy White, Associate of Arts. Annalise Spiken, Associate of Arts with honors. Patricia Frater, Associate of Arts with honors. Eddie Kennard, Associate of Arts with honors. David Allen Kramer, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Courtney Reynolds, Associate of Arts. Leanne Aubin, Associate of Arts with honors. Eric Dampier, Associate of Welding Specialist. Stephen Phillips, Certificate in Welding Specialist. Annabelle Roush, Certificate in Business Technology, Associate of Applied Science. Courtney Boyce, Associate of Arts. Shelby Felton, Associate of Applied Science. Faith Joanna Stroud, Associate of Arts with honors. Elizabeth Bamsier, Associate of Arts. Shalina Crabtree, Associate of Arts. Mary Cochran, Associate of Arts with honors. Sarah Cully, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts. Linda Sue David, Associate of Applied Science. Holly Arwood, Associate of Arts. Andrew Eck, Associate Certificate in Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning. Frederick Eck, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Heidi Chaboltios, Associate of Arts with honors. James Neely, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Melissa Williams, Associate of Arts. Jonathan Elliott, Associate of Applied Science. Gina Danley Louderback, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Margaret Byer, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Macy Miller, Associate of Arts with honors. Megan Fesperman, Associate of Arts with honors. Erica Meyer, Associate of Arts with honors. Ryan Heath Patty, Associate of Arts. Jessica Pentecost, Associate of Arts in Teaching. April McKinder, Associate of Applied Science. Pania Zhang, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Melinda Hart, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Cynthia Carol Gore, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Carolyn McMillan, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts with honors. Kimberly Ivy, Associate of Arts with honors. Mary Janine Turtney, Associate of Arts. Lindsay Thomas, Associate of Arts. Michael Hungerford, Associate of Arts. Dustin Farrell, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Christopher Griffith, Associate of Arts. Rebecca Lynn Woods, Associate of Applied Science. Sarah Webb, Associate of Arts. Matthew Lockhart, Associate of Arts, Certificate in Business and Marketing. Grant Haverly, Associate of Arts with honors. Kyle Daniels, Associate of Arts. Joshua Smith, Associate of Arts with honors. Keith Chrisman, Associate of Arts with honors. Jed Morris, Associate of Arts. Gracie Crocker, Associate of Arts with honors. Cecilia Thornton, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Sean Robinson, Associate of Arts with honors. Jacob Little, Associate of Arts. Samuel Suffel, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Kevin Knox, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Nancy Ziska, Associate of Arts. Gary Schell, Associate of Arts with honors. Audra Fudge, Associate of Arts. Dolly Doyle, Associate of Arts. Daisy Doyle, Associate of Arts. Jennifer Lauren Ashley Call, Associate of Arts. Larry Schaefer, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Skylar Richardson, Associate of Arts. Michelle Livingston, Associate of Arts with honors. Andrew Lambeth, Associate of Arts. Caleb Agee, Associate of Applied Science. Timothy Bergio, Associate of Applied Science. Zachariah Rippey, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Sally Walsh, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Madeline Senio, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Cynthia Burton, Associate of Applied Science. Jamie Knight, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Rachel Riggs, Associate of Applied Science. Lacey Gold, Associate of Applied Science. Reva McFadden, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Christy Chastain, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Stephanie Gasper, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jessica Baum, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Bailey Eubanks, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jessica Moray, Associate of Applied Science. Tracy Tropepe, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jeffrey White, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Brent Edge, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Shelley Cook, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Madeline Lindsay, Associate of Applied Science with honors.
Heather Garton, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Maxwell Walling, Associate of Arts with honors. Stephen Boak, Associate of Applied Science. Robin Dodd, Associate of Applied Science. Whitney Woods, Associate of Applied Science. Jason Semple, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Michael O'Connor, Associate of Applied Science. Joseph Backlian, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Aaron Jeffries, Associate of Arts. Luke Lyons, Associate of Arts with honors. Mac Wilkerson, Associate of Applied Science. David Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Marissa Jimenez, Associate of Arts with honors. Jessica Shank, Associate of Arts with honors. Eric Blake Oltman, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Lindsay Tarzan, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts with honors. Megan Christensen, Associate of Applied Science. Hannah Pickering, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Megan Keller, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Tabitha Volmer, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Sean O'Connell, Associate of Applied Science. Brittany Hall, Associate of Applied Science. Jamie Marie Costello, Associate of Applied Science. Heather Connor, Associate of Applied Science. Jonathan Jacobs, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Casey Ewing, Associate of Applied Science. Craig Carnes, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Michael McCormick, Associate of Applied Science. Cesar Botello, Associate of Applied Science. Darla Jo Evans, Associate of Arts with honors. Pavla Quinn, Associate of Arts with honors. Lacey Colby, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. John Collette, Associate of Applied Science. Scott Mason, Associate of Applied Science with honors. John Pipke, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jason Dodd, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Brandon Nolan Jones, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jeffrey Falk, Associate of Applied Science with honors. William Oakes, Associate of Applied Science with honors. John Tudor, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Leslie Tudor, Associate of Applied Science. Billy White, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Craig Parton, Associate of Applied Science. Billy Dean Bailey, Associate of Arts. Jennifer Talpas, Associate of Arts. Rosa Aviles, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Terry Howard, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Adia de Aurelianes, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Marshall Roscoe, Certificate in Baking Arts, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Emily Brotherton, Associate of Arts. Emily Andrews, Associate of Arts. Hannah Young, Associate of Arts with honors. Jessica Fisher, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Tina Lawrence, Associate of Applied Science. Daniel Frost, Associate of Arts with honors. Raquel Roberts, Associate of Arts. William Valdreau IV, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Lily K. Davis, Associate of Arts. Alexa McVeigh, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Suzanne Mullen, Associate of Arts. Matthew Vinson, Associate of Applied Science. Tyler Choate, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Nathan Helfin, Associate of Applied Science. Erica Richardson, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Daryl Miller, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Razy Plunkett, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Bruce Graham, Jr., Associate of Applied Science. Clint Ackerman, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Joel Beller, Associate of Applied Science. Andrew Lupescu, Associate of Arts with honors. Andrew Mack, Associate of Applied Science. Melissa Newman, Associate of Arts. Joshua Hardesty, Associate of Arts. Andrew Wadlington, Associate of Applied Science. Edward Marler, Associate of Arts. Melissa Nieves, Associate of Arts. Tamika Shaw, Associate of Arts. Andrea Crawford, Associate of Applied Science. Todd Martin, Associate of Applied Science. Caitlin Lambeth, Associate of Arts. Brianna Marie Barksdale, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Amanda Seawald, Associate of Applied Science. Desiree Ciara Pendleton, Associate of Applied Science. Brittany Jones, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Amanda Plute, Certificate in Surgical Technology. Maria Dabney, Certificate in Surgical Technology. Alicia Burke, Certificate in Surgical Technology. Lisa Flynn, Associate of Applied Science. Cody Latham, Certificate in Surgical Technology. Kara Williams, Associate of Applied Science. Brenda Markham, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Surgical Technology. Jamie Heerman, a Certificate in Surgical Technology. Travis Boyd, Associate of Applied Science. Courtney Michelle Cunningham, Associate of Arts with Honors. Brittany Ruth Forrest, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Dental Assisting with Honors. Allison Benzel, Associate of Applied Science. Elizabeth Koflet, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Dental Assisting. Stephanie Rem, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate in Dental Assisting. Victoria Giesler, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Brittany May Andrews, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Ashley Hope Beavers, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Tricia Brown, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Shana Toller, Associate of Applied Science. Miriam Siefkin, Associate of Applied Science. Helen Hackney, Associate of Arts with Honors. Kristen McAtee, Associate of Applied Science. Jeremy Meyer, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Brandon Kowachik, Associate of Applied Science. Constance Calhoun, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Leah Chantel Gates, Associate of Applied Science. Haley Michelle Bone, Associate of Applied Science. DeLacy Beeman, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Diva Howard, Associate of Applied Science. Abigail Johnson, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Matthew Parks, Associate of Applied Science. Dylan Sims, Associate of Applied Science. Brooke Fulton, Associate of Applied Science.
Jacqueline Neal, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Nicole Marie Bunlow, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Sherelle Wilson, Associate of Applied Science. Brittany Dickinson, Associate of Applied Science. Mary Jo Alexander, Associate of Applied Science. Talisha Stanfield, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Dallas Danielle Whelan, Associate of Applied Science. Stephanie Diane Funderburk, Associate of Applied Science. Mandy Thompson, Associate of Applied Science. Katrina Rost, Associate of Arts. Caleb Daniels, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Michael Henderson, Associate of Arts. Holly Kavanagh, Associate of Arts. Gwen Peters, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Anthony Wellnitz, Associate of Arts with Honors. Brett Simpkins, Associate of Science with Honors. Rebecca Kaiser, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Dennis Barber, Associate of Applied Science. Tiffany DeVere, Associate of Arts with Honors. Trina Lynn Goodman, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Robert Brim, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts. Alexis Jane Griffin, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Catherine Burstead, Associate of Applied Science. Adam Haslag, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Mallory Edwards, Associate of Arts. Angela Maxey, Associate of Arts. Rebecca Olivan, Associate of Arts. Sherry Williams, Associate of Arts in Teaching with Honors. Regina Tyrell Gilmore, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts. Marin Williams, Associate of Arts. Ethan Dunn, Associate of Arts with Honors. Ashley Barber, Associate of Applied Science. Samantha Dawn Dennis, Associate of Applied Science. Ryan Christopher Dennis, Associate of Applied Science. Anna Latham, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Sherry Bartow, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Christian Isdell, Associate of Applied Science. Jonathan Rotert, Associate of Applied Science. Kara Starnes, Associate of Arts with Honors. Lindsay McCumber, Associate of Applied Science. Gina Duckworth, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Christopher Fink, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Carrie Lindsay, Associate of Applied Science. Morgan Piercy, Associate of Arts. Matthew Melhorn, Associate of Applied Science with Honors. Suzanne McConnell, Associate of Applied Science. Whitney Goodyear, Associate of Applied Science. Hannah Hassani, Associate of Arts. Garland Neal, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Computer Information Science. Kyle Meadows, Associate of Applied Science. Gary Shaw, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Matthew Shuey, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Dustin Lynn Males, Associate of Arts. Bradford Volker, Associate of Applied Science. Michael Young, Associate of Applied Science. Charlie Mingus, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Mac Lewis Boyle, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Megan Zimmer, Associate of Applied Science. Kayla Robertson, Certificate in Business Marketing, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts. Mary Grady, Associate of Applied Science. Megan Clements, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Carolyn Espinal, Associate of Arts with honors. Jessica Louise Warren, Certificate in Baking Arts, Certificate of Applied Science. Devin Dunn, Certificate of Applied Science, Certificate Associate of Applied Science, and Certificate in Baking Arts. Erica Prim, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking. Shannon Kiley, Associate of Applied Science, Certificate in Baking Arts with honors. Austin Slutka, Associate of Baking Arts. Heather Gilmartin, Certificate in Baking Arts. Julie Daughtry, Associate of Applied Science. Daniel Pears, Associate of Arts. Mitchell Dalsing, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Ryan Kenton Naylor, Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, Diesel Technology. Michael Burris, Certificate in Welding Technology, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Dustin Darst, Associate of Applied Science. Kayla Summer, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Amanda Yeager, Associate of Arts. Edward Lapolio, Associate of Arts in Science. Levi Anderson, Associate of Applied Science. Kenneth Morris, Associate of Applied Science. Tatum Lane Wiggins, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Sarah Merriman, Associate of Applied Science. Chelsea Sims, Associate of Applied Science. Julie Chong, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts with honors. Megan Dudenhofer, Associate of Applied Science. Natasha Ferris, Certificate in Nursing, Associate of Science in Nursing. Kimberly Garten, Associate of Science in Nursing, Certificate in Nursing with honors. Mary Beth Dixon, Associate of Science in Nursing with honors. Melissa Doyle, Associate of Science in Nursing with honors. Sean McDonald, Associate of Science in Nursing. Michael Gladney, Associate of Science in Nursing. Drew Hubbs, Associate of Arts. Courtney Sue Busby, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Brenda Sales, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Arts. Tyrell Bratton, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Roger Creasy, Associate of Applied Science.
James McMillan, Associate of Applied Science. Rachel Holcomb, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Calvin Bremer, Associate of Applied Science. Kelly Shepard, Associate of Applied Science. Rebecca Gerdell, Associate of Applied Science. Rebecca Escher, Associate of Applied Science. Teresa Brumley, Associate of Applied Science. Tara Kastning, Associate of Applied Science. Amanda Horner, Associate of Applied Science. Stephen Ehrman, Associate of Applied Science. Annie Hazelton, Associate of Applied Science. Christine Stage, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Jessica Courtney Flores, Associate of Arts with honors. Nicole Storings, Associate of Arts. David Richards, Associate of Applied Science. Michael Mitchell, Associate of Applied Science. Cassandra Lowe, Associate of Arts with honors. Leanne Richard, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Arts with honors. Mary Elizabeth Johnson, Associate of Arts in Teaching with honors. Melinda Williams, Associate of Applied Science. Teresa Scobie, Associate of Arts. Sarah Catalan, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Sarah Titus, Associate of Science in Nursing, Certificate in Nursing. Marie Hennessy, Associate of Science in Nursing, Certificate in Nursing with honors. April Boyce, Associate of Science in Nursing with honors. Christopher Watkins, Associate of Applied Science. Dana Shipman, Associate of Applied Science. Alexandria Varney, Associate of Arts. Stephanie Renee Starnes, Associate of Arts, Associate of Applied Science, and Associate of Arts in Teaching. Jennifer Peterson Fox, Associate of Arts, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Aline Mullen, Associate of Arts with honors. Lisa Michelle Coots, Associate of Arts with honors. Casey Sims, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Tina Stafford, Associate of Applied Science. Leslie Owens, Associate of Applied Science. Sonia Hale, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Cece Drake, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Sabra Mitchell, Associate of Arts. Chelsea Farnsworth, Associate of Arts. Kaylee Moody, Associate of Applied Science. Heather Sullivan, Associate of Applied Science. Mark Smith, Associate of Applied Science. Ryan Williams, Associate of Applied Science. David Hangen, Associate of Arts with honors. Jordan Burns, Associate of Arts. Melinda Poston, Associate of Applied Science. Michael Deckard, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Joseph Gatiba, Associate of Applied Science. Rosemary Gatiba, Associate of Arts. Clinton Lunsfoot, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Felicia Keller, Associate of Applied Science. Sarah Ackley, Associate of Applied Science. Tricia Hyde, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Angela Waterman, Associate of Applied Science. Amy Lippert, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Andrea Mann, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Lena Ansley, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Alicia Harris, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Antonio Maldonado, Associate of Applied Science with honors. Samuel Koch, Associate of Applied Science. Demilio Woods, Associate of Arts. Douglas Javier Fuel, Associate of Arts. Alexander Fernander, Jr., Associate of Applied Science. Thomas Turner, Associate of Applied Science. Joe Ahmed, Associate of Science. Michael Dion, Certificate in Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning. Sean Curtis, Associate of Arts. Carly Wheat, Associate of Arts. Angela Smith, Certificate in Coding Specialist. Jamie Smith, Associate of Arts in Teaching. Zachariah Rickardson, Associate of Arts. Jessica Johnson, Associate of Arts. Victoria Ashley Gogenhauer, Associate of Arts. Colin Meyerson, Associate of Arts.
Will all the graduates please stand? Because the recessional is an integral and significant part of the ceremony, we ask that the audience remain in place until all the students have exited. I would like to extend my congratulations to all of you, and I wish you the best of luck in your continued education and career. Also, let me be the first to officially welcome you into the Ozarks Technical Community College Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 graduating class of Ozarks Technical Community College.